7 tickets for free to the baseball game. Hey everyone, on this episode we're going to be talking about the not so glamorous parts of living in the country. I know when a lot of people think about living in the country or watch videos of other people homesteading or things like that, that it can look really glamorous, but there are a lot of pesky things that you have to deal with when you live in the country. A lot of it are the pesky weeds, the thistles, the houndstongue. We're going to talk about that more in this episode. You get more insects and mosquitoes, and you get animals eating into your garden. So there's a lot of things that we have to work on and adapt and to fight all those things. So anyways, hopefully you can get something out of this episode. We're going to be talking about a tool that can be utilized that I don't think a lot of people know about. So hope you guys enjoy.
Gone to our county weed management department and picked up a weed sprayer. You can rent these backpack weed sprayers in Jefferson County, where we live, for $6.50 per backpack, and you can also get refills. So what we did is we went and got 6 backpacks worth of spray from them for $6.50 a piece, which is a great deal. And the spray is specifically targeted to kill houndstongue. This is a weed that is just a pain in the neck, and it's on the noxious weed list for our state. One of the responsibilities, I think, of a person who wants to have property is to manage the noxious weeds on their property. Especially, in our case, we've got this houndstongue that just wreaks havoc. It sticks to your shoelaces every time you walk through an area that has them. It sticks to your pants, to your shirts. It ends up in your carpet in the house. It ends up on your animal's fur. It ends up on deer and then transfers to other properties because those seeds fall off. So it's a really terrible weed. We want to do our best to try to get rid of it. We'll probably just try to bite one chunk off a year and see if we can slowly get it back under control. But anyways, go to your local county weed management, and I'm sure they have programs just like this to help you manage the weeds. And if you've got a thistle problem, tell them that you need the mix for thistles. I was actually talking to them, and they said there is no reason that anyone should deal with a thistle problem on their property, because they have genetically figured out how to target thistles so sophisticatedly that you can spray it, and the spray will kill any thistles that try to grow in that area for the next 3 years, which to me is incredible. They don't have that quite yet for houndstongue, unfortunately, so we'll have to spray this every year until we get it under control, but pretty neat. So if you have a weed problem, we recommend checking out the county weed management. One thing I will also say, sometimes it's unpopular to spray weeds with chemicals, and we definitely try to avoid it if we can. But there are also times when you just need to, as a responsible landowner, to try to get rid of some of these types of weeds. My initial thought was that I would get some pigs or some goats or something, sheep, to come in and clear these out for us. But with houndstongue, they're actually toxic to animals. They'll attack their liver, and your animal will actually die from it, and they don't like to eat these. So since we can't control it effectively in a natural way, we decided that it was time to go ahead and do some spray. I'll give you an example of a time when animals did control some noxious weeds. When I was a kid, we had a terrible problem with leafy spurge. So we had this terrible problem with leafy spurge, and we got some sheep, and within 2 years there wasn't a piece of leafy spurge on the entire property anymore because the sheep just loved it. So there are times when you can control it effectively without chemicals, but in this case we're kind of down to that as our last option. So that's what we're gonna do today.
Just as a side note, the nice thing about this weed spray, I don't know if you can see it here, but when you spray something, it colors it, so you know where you've already been and what's been sprayed. Helps you keep track of where you need to go.
Dad, you want to hear a joke?
Yes.
If a cow was a baker, what would it make?
If a cow was a baker, what would it make? Bread?
Mm-mm.
No? Alright, what?
Cow pie.
Cow pies. Of course. Alright, good one, Jackson.